My daughter decided that she was going to be a boy. She was 13 at that stage, the stage of puberty. The school called us in to say they were concerned. Then we had social services involvement, and they seemed to take the side of my daughter. It's been a great shock. I believe that she's very confused. She needs the correct psychiatric evaluation, the correct help not to encourage her in this way because she's so young.
And do you feel that she's been encouraged?
Yes, I do. That's been coming from social services. They say that we are emotionally abusing her if we do not agree with what she's decided she is now.
Have they given you any help when they say that you're emotionally abusing her? Have they listened to what you have to say?
No, they have rather chosen to listen to my daughter. Although they haven't known her for her whole life, they've only known her for about the last 6 months. In fact, they have even offered her help with name changes and said it's legally allowed at that age.
So social services have only known your daughter for 6 months, and after that period of time, they have said to her that they can help her with name change. And how do they refer to her?
They refer to her by a boy's name. I think our fear is that they take her away and actually allow her to go with this change, start the process, start the hormones, change her name. When we've spoken to the social worker and the psychiatrist, we've been told that if we don't agree to a name change, that she's quite a high suicide risk. The type of language that's been used is that we're possibly neglectful because we're not accepting her as a boy, so we feel manipulated by them to agree.
What does the report say? You said there's been a report. What's the kind of language that's being used and the framework that's being set in this report?
The report is very biased. The way us as parents are not accepting her as a boy, that we are neglectful of our daughter. We're not. We love her, support her every day. We tell her how much we love her. We tell her that she's achieving so well at school. We encourage her. We try to allow her to feel a part of the family. I feel they're quite biased with their overview. They haven't waited for the full psychiatric evaluation, so they have now promised her things and she believes this. They're not looking at the whole problem, they're just looking at part of it. We need to support our children as much as possible, even when it's difficult. And if that means standing up to them at 14 and saying you're being influenced in the wrong way, then we need to do it. If this was an 18-year-old, it would be different. The law doesn't allow us to, but at 14, at the moment, it still allows us to make choices when we know our children might be following a very dangerous path.